Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Lost Mine of Phandelver, episode 9. How is everybody doing this evening?
Oh, just a sec.
I feel like it should be 8.5.
Nah, 9. Well, we'll count last one as a full one.
Okay.
I mean, a lot happened in the last one.
Not really.
I guess not. We talked to the Banshee.
Yeah, we talked to the Banshee, and then Sahar,
Did
asked for her
do,
brother instead.
Yeah, we didn't do what we were supposed to.
And then we met bugbears that we had tricked earlier. Killed them, came back in the town. You guys had a fight outside of town. Then shenanigans in town. And Sar has left town.
Yep, and you learn that one Halia is a member of the Zentarum and has taken over Tresender Vanner. So, I believe you guys had went to rest. Is that that's right? Yes.
That is correct.
I thought we were trying to decide what we were planning on doing next, but yeah, pretty much going to rest.
Well, with 2 members down at the moment, yeah, we're going to rest or talk.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I think you had we went to rest, and then we're gonna figure out what to do in the morning. You got a couple of things you could do. You could, well, yeah, you could attempt to take back the manor, which is something Gregory I think wants to do. You could. You have that map to an unknown location. You have Thunder Tree, and you have Cragmaw Castle that you know exists.
We need to take down this manor and then get the mayor out of power, or townsmaster, whichever he is.
He's a town's master.
Yeah, let's get him out of power.
Did we talk to Holly yet? 'Cause I think I don't know why, but the name Holly is buzzing in my head for some reason.
That's the woman who runs the Miners Exchange. Or was, until she took over Transcendar Manor.
Can we visit her?
You attempted to, and she was not in the Miners Exchange.
And it's morning now, correct?
Yes.
I say we can go visit her while Sahar is sleeping.
I'm gonna go to the farm.
I'm gonna try to procure a body.
Of course you would.
Well, if we're gonna be doing this attack, if at all, we need the extra manpower of a corpse.
You know there's 3 corpses, right?
Oh yeah, the bugbears.
Not what I had in mind, and there's that
You
guy
have to
too.
go back a couple hours travel to find them.
Well, what 3 corpses were you talking about then?
The ones that we killed right here in front of the Townmaster's Hall.
We killed 3 people in front of the Townmaster's Hall?
That was days ago.
True.
Yeah. I think he'd clean that up.
Well, yeah, he moved them, but he never tells where.
I mean, our only other option is we kill some people at the entrance, and before we go in, I animate one of them. But we'll not have the zombie for the first battle. Also, I may end up hurting myself.
We could just not do it at all.
Okay, so where was Mila heading? To attempt to talk to Halia?
In my own way, yeah.
Okay, so you head to the miners' exchange?
Yep.
It is still locked up and closed.
I guess I'll knock since it's daytime.
You knock. No answer.
Can I look in the window to see if it looks like anything's in disarray?
You might find like a small crack in the window that you can see through whatever curtain might be there. You don't see anything that seems... roll a perception check, actually. You look inside and everything seems to be in its normal place. I mean, most of our stuff seems to be gone. But just the empty desk, empty chair, nothing... Nothing else really that you can tell is amiss. It's just locked and closed.
I guess I'll go back to the town's, the inn to see if anyone knows where she lives.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check to see if you can get anyone to tell you anything about her.
Persuasion or intimidation?
Well, how do you want to, try to get information from innocent people?
I want to use my dagger's ability and talk in a deep voice inside some of these people's heads to make it think there's a demon inside their head wanting to know where this lady is.
Okay.
Would that work?
Yeah, go ahead and roll intimidation then.
Sticky keys is on. Go off. Scheiße. I don't know how to turn it off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can... There's gotta be a way sometime. Somewhere. That was not... There you go.
So I rolled a 12. I'm gonna jump off voice and jump back on and see if that takes off sticky keys.
Okay. You can probably find out how to set that, turn it off and stuff in somewhere, like online. No, that's like a Windows thing, I think. You gotta... Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Anyway, the people that hear this are just like, what the fuck is going on? They're looking around like, what the hell was that? They don't quite understand what the... what the hell they just heard, but it doesn't seem to have phased them too much. They're a little freaked out, but they don't seem to divulge the information. And we'll wait for her to come back, I think. You feeling better this week?
Much better, thank you.
That's good.
Yay.
But it's my husband who's sick now, so
Boo.
Oh, good.
I made soup for dinner.
Is this something like a kid brought home, one of your kids? If you have kids, I don't know.
Yeah, our kids are cats, so.
Oh, okay. Did you get it from your cats?
Say that again?
I was just joking. Did you get it from your cats?
Oh.
Are they playing around with someone?
We actually got it from my mom when we visited for Christmas.
Oh.
So.
What's going on this farm over here? I heard it's some good place.
Which farm? Oh.
The Elderly Farm.
You wish to head that way?
And that's what I was doing earlier.
Okay. Let me pull up my notes here. since I don't think you guys have been there, right?
We have not.
We can just say Sahara has been sleeping this whole time.
And they pretty much just woke up and are looking for stuff to do. Alright, you head to Outer Leaf Farm. So what are you looking for here?
Someone to talk to. Maybe look at the animals.
Alright, you see, like, work in the field, you see a small, tiny person that's maybe 3 foot high. Appears female.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay. So, yeah, sticky keys kind of made my computer not accept any keystrokes. So right now I am on my phone and I can't see stuff. So bear with me for about 2 minutes.
Alright.
Fine.
Yeah, but go ahead and
Go
do
for
the
it.
other stuff. Computer erroring. So I take it no one accepted my intimidation?
Correct. Now, one second, I'm gonna mute you. Can you type in the Roll20 chat when you have that fixed? Because it's getting bad feedback. I'm just muting it for the time being. I apologize. So, Corin, do you approach this lady? Girl?
Yes. Probably more like I just waved, just kind of just motion to come out this way or something.
Alright, well, as you wave her over, and as she gets closer, you realize that this is not a child. This is a halfling. Probably a middle-aged halfling that has walked up to you and... Oh, hello.
Hey there. I have a very nice farm here.
Oh, well, thank you very much. How can I help you?
I came to really just visit, just to kind of see the farm. Haven't actually came over here yet.
Oh, yes, welcome. This is the Outerleaf Farm. My name is, Colleen Outerleaf. So, and you are? And she extends a hand to shake it, give you a handshake to figure out, and wishes to know who you are.
I give her a handshake, and it's Corin.
Ah, Corin, nice to meet you.
Likewise.
So, is there anything in particular you wish to see?
Like, do you have any farm animals?
I mean, we got the oxen to help plow the fields, but not and have some chickens and stuff. But
Oh, do you mind if I go pay a visit to these little chickens?
oh, not at all, not at all. Yeah, come this way, and she will escort you to the chicken coop.
And as we're walking, I'd like to ask her, so do you work on his farm alone?
Oh no, my son Carp helps me.
Oh.
All right, you after a little bit of walking, you've come to the chicken coop.
Are there like any like babies, like little chicks just hatched out of the eggs and something like that, just walking them out?
Yes, there appear to be maybe like a half dozen. But they're kind of kept in their own little corner and kept away from the larger ones.
Just look at him in awe.
Have you never seen one before? She looks at you inquisitively.
Warren kneels over and just standing there thinking, like, nope, don't think so.
Okay, that's quite interesting. Well, I'm gonna go back to work. If you need me, you know where to find me.
Sure, thank you.
Yep, no problem. Nice meeting you, Corin. And then she
Likewise.
walks back to get back to work.
Gregor would like to go to the Schmitty.
All right, you go see Smith the Smithy.
Oh, good evening, kind sir. Would you perhaps own a short bow and perhaps some arrows to go with it?
It's not really my thing, but I think I do have one. What, Oh. Did Roll20 just poop for everyone else?
I think
Yes, it
so.
did.
Okay.
Yep.
I refreshed the page and it seemed to have fixed it.
Alright, well, yes, I do. I think I have a quiver of arrows too. It's not a whole lot, but I think I have 15.
Ah, that will do wonderfully. How much would you like for them?
Let me just get to my ledger here. Well, if you buy them together, it'll be 25 gold pieces.
25 gold pieces. I do not have enough. Would the party be opposed to me using the party loots for 15 gold pieces?
Have you guys like
We haven't defeated epics. You say wait for
yeah,
red.
because Red's not freaking here. How much gold's in the party loot?
There is 168 gold pieces.
Oh, I'm also going to tell you guys why I need this short bow. I'm going to make a skeleton if we do the invasion of the tower or manor, and they are archers.
So you want it for self-defense, or you want to give it to a skeleton?
Oh, I'm going to give it to a skeleton who will help us in anything we need. They are long-range fighter, well, short bow fighters.
Okay, how about you guys want to just take 150 gold out and take 30 gold each, and I'll add that to Red sheet.
Sounds good to me.
Fine with that.
How much each?
Okay.
30. 30.
Okay, yeah, that works. Oh, yeah, and you said 15 for the quills and bow?
25 total.
Oh, 25? Yeah, I'll do that.
And you get 30. I should have had his freaking sheet up already. It's up now. It's unfortunate that he's not here. I hope he's alright. He probably just forgot about us.
I've seen him online a couple times.
I think he just forgot about us. So you purchased that bow?
Yep. Yeah, I killed it. And I just put it in my inventory because I'm never going to use this myself.
Okay.
I have fire bolts. But a skeleton would love this. That is where I take my leave from the Schmitty.
All right. Mila, your intimidation didn't seem to work. People just seem to be, like, more confused and a little... They don't know what to think right now because of just hearing a random voice in their head. You don't seem to get any information out of it.
Can I ask the innkeeper if he would know where she's living or where the miners are located?
Okay, sure.
And where's the chicken at? I'm sorry, I wasn't there for that part.
Oh, Corin visited Outerleaf Farm and met the halfling lady that owns it, and he wanted to see the chickens. For whatever reason.
Dang, I wish I was there for that.
You're trying to do other stuffs.
If it makes you feel better, Gregor wishes he was there for that. But for different reasons.
Hey, Gregory, how are you talking if I don't see you lighting up on Discord?
He is.
Yes.
It's undaunting because I keep hearing his voice, but I don't see his name light up when he's talking, and I'm like, how is he doing this?
How does Gregor do most of the things he does?
Okay, well, since you guys have actually helped the town and stuff, he will tell you where she lives, and you now know that she lives... Well, yes, I think she lives in the south side of town, kind of close to the... If you keep going down the path past the Magic Exchange, and when you get down there, you curve, take a left, and keep going. It's the house at the end of the dirt road.
I will write a thank you note to him, giving him a head nod, because I'm still writing everything, because I don't want people not to talk telepathically yet, and then head towards her house.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything?
I think I'm gonna take my leave now.
Okay, done with the chickens?
Yeah, curiosity's sake.
I assumed that I had Sahar come downstairs, and I assumed she just saw Mila leave.
You want to
Right.
come with?
Sure. Sahar will kind of walk up to you, and she looks pretty tired. And she'll walk up to you, and she'll say, Good morning, Mila. Where are you off to?
I'll think to her, I'm going to find Halia. Something didn't sit right with me last time we were here, and now the exchange is still closed.
Sahar thinks for a moment and nods and says, I think I'll join you.
Mila will kind of give a small smile and toss her head as a come on symbol as she walks out the door.
Sahar will follow.
All right. I'm just doing this real quick. That way we can keep track of who's who.
Yeah, it's like I
Who's
saw
where?
a tiny You read, and then all of a sudden a really big chord. I'm like, oh my god, Gregory cast a spell on him again. God dang it.
He never cast a spell on me yet.
I can make
Fred, probably.
I can make any one of you big.
Alright, so you two are heading
Horse.
down there. Corin is making his way back from the farm. Gregory was at the smithy. And Red's, well, not here.
It's that time.
He's got sickness.
He has a hangover.
Sure, we'll go with that.
But he's a dwarf.
They have ultra hangovers.
It was a long night.
He had a drinking
drank-
contest.
He drunk something Gregor gave him.
Gotta outdo it.
Alright, you two reach Halia's house, and it looks kind of similar to the other buildings in the area. Nothing really crazy fancy about it. Just like a ranch-style house.
And I walk around the house to see if it looks like anyone's home or been around lately.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm seeing if anyone's been here since the exchange has been closed. I want to see if it looks like someone's been living here, or there's any fresh footprints around.
Roll a survival check. Or an investigation, your choice.
Is she asking, does she want Sahar to help? Because Sahar has proficiency in survival.
But say my investigation's a 4. What's your survival?
A 3?
You can also each roll, if you wish to, instead of advantage.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and do that.
Same.
Oh.
Sahar, you can't really tell if there's been much of anything, any recent traffic, or any traffic really. Like, it almost seems like the grass has just gone back to normal, no real footsteps in the area. I mean, if it's rained a couple times, you could just wash them away. Mila, as for you, the doors appear to be locked. The windows are shaded. You cannot see into the house. You do find some footprints that lead, away on the, like, out the front door and stuff, and whatever side doors this house might have. But it doesn't seem like anyone's really been here in a few days.
Okay, I have a long shot question. Can I try to have Ben pick up the scents from the footprints?
Potentially. You did hear that, you guys do know that she had moved on, though.
Well, we did hear that.
I thought you did. Or did Gregory not mention that,
They were all in the same room when this happened, so...
Was this when I wasn't on because of technical difficulties?
No, you would have known this last week.
Okay, well if I know she's not here, I'm gonna go ahead and pick a lock.
Okay.
Sahar's gonna try and look around to see if she sees anybody nearby.
Roll a perception check, Sahar. Mila. Mila, roll a stealth check real quick. Oh, jeez. Barely beat it. So, Sahar, you stand lookout, and you give a signal when the last person that's looking this direction kind of turns their head. And, Mila, you jump to the door and try to pick the lock. However, you are not successful.
you said, is there any windows that may be unlocked, or is it just the doors that were locked?
Do you try the windows?
Do I notice anyone coming?
Roll a perception check. You don't see anybody looking.
Then I guess I'll test the windows.
You test a window. They are also closed and locked.
I will think to Sahar, can you use your scimitar to jimmy open a door or a window?
She kind of scrunches her eyebrows a little and go. I'd rather see if we can find a different way in. Maybe we can look around the back to see if there's any side doors.
Mila will nod and keep a lookout as they go around back, I guess.
Okay.
Sahar kind of hesitates. Kind of looks around. Sighs. And will kind of slowly follow me.
Mila will put her hand on your shoulder, trying to be reassuring with a small smile.
I'm not sure how I feel about breaking in. I mean, I may not follow all the laws here, but someone's house is their sanctuary.
Can I lie to Sahar and say I thought I heard a monster inside? So it's for a welfare check for the lady?
You can certainly try. Roll a deception at disadvantage. And we'll see where you land. 14. Okay. Sahar, roll an insight check.
Why am I double rolling?
You may have clicked it twice.
Oh, so close.
You kind of like, what the hell are you talking about? You kind of begrudgingly follow her. Not exactly, like, that's really strange for this lady that's apparently, you know, powerful to be worried about a monster, but apparently Mila heard something that you didn't, so you believe that she heard something.
She sighs and goes, well, if you say there's a monster, I guess we have to go deal with it. And then she'll follow Mila around back.
Well, I heard something in there, so it's just a welfare check. You want to make sure you're taken care of, right?
Yeah.
And if it's still locked, we'll just go to the proper authorities.
You do find like a locked cellar door. It's kind of behind the house and mostly out of eyeshot.
What kind of lock is it? Is it like a padlock, or is the lock like in the door?
It's like a padlock. It's like a cellar door.
Can I hear anything in the cellar?
Roll a perception check.
How did I turn off this double roll thing? 'Cause I thought I just rolled a natural 20 when I did it.
It should only do it once. Is your mouse double-clicking for some reason? That's rather strange, but... Well, you don't really hear anything coming from the cellar.
Sahar know how loud it would be to break the lock?
That's metal on metal. That's decently loud. I think you would know. With your training, you know that metal hitting metal, pretty loud.
Can I try picking this lock?
You may try. Ching. The lock is disengaged. And it is removed from the, you have removed the lock, and it is, you may enter at your leisure, if you wish.
I'll put my finger up to my lips to Sahar just to make sure she stays quiet, and I'm gonna sneak down, keeping a very watchful eye everywhere with my dark vision.
Sahar will unsheath her weapons because she believes there's a monster inside and follow quietly.
Out of game, Mila did say she just heard a sound, so she said it could be a monster, it could be anything.
Give me 1 second. Mila, make a dexterity saving throw.
Even if I was stealthy?
You weren't stealthing, but if you make your dex save. Alright, you take 1 point of damage and I need you to make a constitution saving throw. Alright, you pass that, but as you open the door, a dart chink, shoots out and gets you in the neck. So you took 1 piercing damage and 4 poison damage from this trap that you did not search for.
Rookie mistake.
I was about to say, I don't think stealth works if you trigger a trap.
No, it does not.
I'm so stealthy, even the trap can't find me. No. Do I know it's a trap, or do I see anybody in the vicinity?
You know it's a trap. In your line of work, you know it's a trap. And you think, damn it, I should have fucking checked.
Yep. And do I see any others along the way as I just angrily and annoyingly pull the dart out of my arm?
Roll a perception check. You do not see any others.
Can I throw a rock down there?
Sure. Dunk, 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 dunk. Nothing happens.
I'm gonna take Ben out of my pocket and keep him above ground, telling him to wait for us up there out of danger. And then I am going to walk down slowly, telling Sahar to be very, very careful.
Eye rolling stealth out.
I said I was going down stealthily earlier, that's why I said that. It made Ben
Okay.
roll dexterity.
Oh. Well, you go ahead and make a stealth check for yourself. Okay. You feel pretty stealthy.
Sahar is also going to try to stealth, following Mila, and she's gonna try and keep an eye out for
Alright, roll
any
your,
other traps.
roll your stealth check at disadvantage because you have heavy armor.
Can I actually keep that dart by any chance?
This is like a tiny little thing. It's not something you could use as a weapon.
Well, not as a weapon, but can I tell what type of make it was?
I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, if it's just like a small metal dart, it's not really... You're not going to get much out of looking at it.
So it's not inherently human, dwarven, or anything like that.
No. Sahara, you're feeling pretty stealthy. Clunk, 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 as you walk down the steps to the cellar. And you do not see anything. It's pretty dark down here. There is a little bit of light coming in from where you two open the cellar door, but you don't.
Ching, 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 ching.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do I get a good feel about how big this area is?
It's probably about like 20 feet by, I think a 20-foot square, 20 feet by 20 feet. I mean, it seems like so. There's some like barrels in a corner and crates in the other. Probably where just like regular supplies are kept.
Do I see the mechanism that the trap was on?
You do, since you're inside now. There's a little string that was attached to the door, and kind of right above, like on the ceiling, pointed toward where you came in.
So it was a rudimentary trap I fell into.
Yes.
Mila is very ashamed of herself right now. It may need a second.
Okay.
Well, Sahara's surprised because she doesn't see anything. She's like, oh wow, you saw that?
After a few moments, Mila is going to look around, see if she sees any tracks. Is there any tracks on the floor?
Roll a perception, or survival, your choice. Or an investigation is fine too. Okay, yeah. You do see some like tracks in here. It's in like a dirt floor-ish. You see tracks heading toward the cellar door, and tracks walking around toward the crates, and then one to a ladder that heads up into the house proper.
A ladder?
Yes. As you can see, there's a trap door to the house proper.
Mila will turn to Sahar and tell Sahar to see if any of the crates have emblems on them that look familiar. And then can Mila see if she can get close to the ladder, see if she hears anything going on inside the house?
Sure. You can roll a perception check. And Sahar, you can roll, I guess.
It's perception as well, since she asked me to look.
Yeah, at disadvantage because you cannot see much in here unless you light a torch.
And this is the day that Mila dies.
Sahar, it's dark in here. Really, you can't really see much on these crates. But they seem to have like just general goods, like dry food and stuff.
Alright.
You find a bottle of wine.
Is it a nice bottle of wine?
Roll a d100. We'll see. It's not the greatest. But you can't really tell down here because you can't really see what it is. You just picked up a bottle.
Okay. Sahar will put it back.
Okay. Mila, you do not hear anything.
I get scared by my own heartbeat. No. Can I make sure there's no traps on this door?
You may roll investigation. Does not appear to be trapped.
Mila will contemplate if she should send Sahar up first or not, feeling where she got stuck at last time with the dart. But then she'll think to Sahar, I'm gonna try opening the door here. Do you want to come with or you want to stay behind?
I will come with you, but just give me a sec. And then Sahara will go back to where the cellar door is and close it so that nobody gets suspicious if they decide to come around the back of the house.
Okay.
And Ben will look slightly panicked, like he is torn whether to go inside or stay outside like he was told.
All right. Well, you close the cellar doors. You can no longer see what's going on. It is dark.
Mila
so-
will walk over and hold Sahar's hand like a kid.
Sahar begrudgingly allows this. Because she's not used to being made feel like this.
Mila will turn to Sahar and think to her, it's only because it's dark. Eventually we'll find something for you, but for now, just so you don't crash into anything or hurt yourself. And then go to the ladder.
All right.
Since Sahar is not sure how this mind speak thing works, she'll try to think back to Mila.
Mila does not hear anything.
Mila keeps walking.
It seems you actually have to actually speak. She cannot read your mind.
Can Mila just peek the trap door open a little bit to see if she sees anything without fully opening the door?
Roll a perception check as you creak open the door.
Barely creep open the door.
Yes. House seems empty.
And there was no traps?
You didn't open it all the way yet.
Can I check for traps again?
No. You are convinced that it is not trapped.
Okay. I'll go ahead and put my thing down. No one's here, and I'll open the door all the way.
Yeah, the door opens into like a small, it's probably a closet. And the way is open. You did not get pelted with a dart this time.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and get up and offer my hand to Sahar in case she wants an extra hand up.
With what little light is coming from up above, Sahara, you do see a silhouette of the half-elf reaching down.
Sahar will accept the help and make her way up.
Alright. You guys are in Halia's home. In a closet. It's not that comfortable in here.
Can Sahar walk up to the door and try and see if she hears anything on the other side of it?
Roll perception. Silence. You hear muffled noises from outside, like the normal voices and stuff that goes on during the day, but nothing untoward, nothing odd. No one's in the house, it seems, except you two.
Alright, Sahar will slowly open the door. Right, she will step through the door and look to see where she is now.
Alright, this appears to be like the main living area of the house. There's a table and chairs. You can see the front door, a couple windows on the opposite on each side of the door. And there are two other doors, one to the north and one to the west.
Does anything look out of place, or does anything look like someone lives here, or like is it bare?
Can Mila check the cupboards for food to see if any of the food is still fresh or if it's all rotted or anything there?
You're not in the kitchen yet. You're just kind of like in the living room. I'm gonna try to draw a very, very crude likeness of this house.
Sahara is just trying to get a sense of if there's anything wrong or not.
Doesn't seem to be, but this is like a main living area.
Mila will come out and look to see if there's like any dust on the furniture or on the windowsills.
All right, let me. We'll just do this to make this easier on me. You check for dust, and it doesn't. There is a little bit, but nothing that indicates that it's been empty for a very long time, maybe a couple of days.
A couple of what?
A couple of days. It's really hard to tell if how much dust is there.
Is there any chance either Corin or Gregory saw us come in here by any chance?
No, you guys went into the back.
Nobody saw us. Sahar's gonna walk up to this door here and open it and see what that room is.
Alright, this appears to be like a kitchen area.
Alright. Sahar will turn back to Mila and whisper, I found the kitchen.
Mila will nod and she will sneak into the kitchen, crouched very low.
Are there any windows here?
There are a couple that are shuttered and closed.
Okay. From what I could tell from the outside of the house, is this door up here the front door, or does it lead to another room?
The front door is like right there.
Okay. And Sahara will move to that other door and see what's over there.
Does Mila see any food, like fresh food or rotten food or any food at all in the kitchen?
No, it seems pretty clean. Sahar, you see the hallway extend a little bit and then turn left, and also there is another door there.
Alright.
As for food, it seems pretty clean in here.
Does there look like anything of value in this kitchen left, or look like they took everything and ran?
Looking for like silverware and stuff? I mean, you can roll investigation.
Say that either silver, or does it look like it's been neat and tidy, or did someone ransack this place?
Roll investigation. It seems like it's hasn't been ransacked. It looks like it hasn't been lived in a couple of days, but you do find a set of silverware if you wish to take it.
I think for Sahar's sake, I'll leave it for now, but then I may be back later.
Okay.
Sahar will open the door here.
All right, you open the door.
As Sahar opens the door, can I mock Gregory the best I can in saying hello to her?
Sure. Roll performance with your mind. It's not a great impression, but you weren't really going for great, were you? You were kind of mocking. It's... Hello. You try to make your voice deeper, but it just doesn't sound deep. Hello? Anyway, Sahar, this appears to be a water closet.
Alright. As she hears Mila's voice in her head, mocking Gregory, she just kind of flinches a little, turns around and looks at Mila like a really kind of face, and then just shakes her head and continues down the hall.
Alright. You see a door.
I will open said door.
The door's locked.
Is there towels in that bathroom by any chance?
Would you like to take one?
I'm thinking there's probably a DM ruling question here, but can I cut some of those towels and give them to Zahar so she can pad her armor and make herself a little bit quieter?
That will not work. In fact, it would make it very hard for her to move.
Sorry, Zahar. I was thinking.
Sahar will turn to Mila and say, "The door is locked. Do you think you can open it?"
Mila will give Sahar a half smirk saying, I thought you didn't want us breaking and entering. But she'll still go ahead and try to pick the lock anyways.
Okay.
She'll retort like, "I thought you said this was a wellness check."
Alright, you pick the lock.
Mila will chuckle, checking for traps as she's just chuckling.
Roll investigation. Seems fine.
Sahar, you distracted me! Alright, I guess I'll just open the door up.
Alright, let's see here.
Can I go ahead and pull out my beak blade at the same time, though?
Your what?
My beak blade, the one that talks to me.
Oh, just to get it ready, just in case?
Yeah, see how he thinks about the house.
Oh, sure.
Beak blade, beak blade.
Ready to kill some bitches.
I love that gif.
I know, me too. I wonder if they know how many people they've inspired to play D&D, just my group alone, you know?
I've been on withdrawals.
Okay, both of you make a wisdom saving throw as you open the door.
A first good roll of the night.
Is it trying to charm me or put me to sleep?
It's not trying to put you to sleep, but it is roll with advantage.
Because of my half-elf, I'm immune to sleep and advantages on save throws for charming.
And it is indeed good you had advantage because you would have done some. But you both resist the effect of whatever spell may have been protecting this, as a glyph of warding flashes when you open the door.
Sahara is not sure what happened, but she readies her swords.
This appears to be like an office and bedroom, you know, like all in one. Like you have a desk on one side and a bed in the other.
Mila will almost skip giddily to the table, check for traps, and then go through paperwork.
Yes, roll an investigation, see if you can find anything. You don't find any traps. One of the drawers does appear to be locked. And you do find what appears to be a journal sitting on top of the desk.
Sahar will stand in the doorway looking at Mila with a conflicted look on her face.
Mila will go ahead and put the journal in her bag and look at Sahar. Sahar, if they have this place booby-trapped with poison darts and magical traps, are you trying to tell me you don't think something fishy's not going on in here? It's the wellness of the people we're looking after.
Sahar is not totally convinced and says back, maybe they're just trying to keep out people like us.
Concerned citizens? Oh god, I've been around Gregory too much.
Yes, darling.
People who break into other people's cellars and steal their journals.
Would you rather I read it here? Because I want to know why there's magics and poison darts, and she just up and left.
Sahar just looks at you with a conflicted face.
Can Mila go ahead and check the rest of the area, see if something else looks amiss or something looks out of the ordinary?
You don't really see anything that seems out of place. You find a chest and you open it, but it's just like clothing. But there was that locked drawer in the desk.
You said there's clothing. Does any clothing look potentially good for disguises?
Not particularly. It's just like you dig through it a little bit and you see the outfit that you guys saw her wear the first time you saw her, met her.
Sahar will sigh and just kind of start looking around to see if she sees any symbols that stand out, like any insignias or anything.
Roll an investigation check.
God damn it, why are my rolls sucking so bad tonight?
It's kind of strange. You just see like a painting on the wall. It just looks like almost what looks like a dragon, kind of just shooting up toward the air, with like the sun up in the distance.
While she's looking around the room, can I discreetly pick the lock on the desk so she doesn't notice I'm doing this?
You may certainly try.
What do I roll for first?
Just because she rolled so low, she's kind of not. She is trying to look for stuff, but can't really. But she doesn't really notice. Is not paying any mind to you. You try to pick the lock. Nothing. You have not. It does not open.
Sahar's just looking at this painting.
I'll turn to Sahar. Sahar, do you want to try and pick this lock? Something tells me she's hiding something. With your blade, try to pry it open.
She kind of a little bit, just kind of not and to go.
Sahar?
Is she roboting for anybody else?
She is.
Okay. You are roboting if you can hear me. Sahar.
Is fixed.
No.
No?
Sorry, I'm trying to. Sahara, we can't. Is roboting, so. Try to disconnect and reconnect to the call. See if that works.
While we're fixing her mic, do you mind if I look around and see if I see anything that I might recognize, either like a minor symbol, a lion's head symbol, or anything like that?
You look around, you don't really see much of anything. You see Sahar looking at a painting.
May I look at the painting with her?
Sure. Roll an intelligence check. That looks awfully a lot. That dragon going up and trying to eat the sun. It looks going toward the sun. It looks an awful lot like the Zentarum symbol itself, as if it's trying to. It almost looks hidden inside the painting to like disguise it as a painting, but it's actually the Zentarum symbol.
The Zentarum?
Yes. That's the organization Halia is part of secretly.
Is that the blue cloak people?
I don't know about Blue Cloak.
My brain's kind of all over the place. Who's the one who took over Gregory's
The same
mansion?
people. Same people. Same exact people.
Can I take that paint? Is it like a canvas painting or is it like a actual mounted painting?
This is a large painting. You cannot take this with you.
I will tell Sahar what that symbol means, so at least I have a witness to this. And then I'm going to shove her over to the desk and tell her, now this is serious. She is part of these people who are trying to oppress more than the Red Brands. We need to get in this desk.
I don't know if she can hear us right now because
It says her mic is muted right now on Discord.
yeah, but with what she said, it says her computer's tripping, won't let her open the application.
Yeah, the app itself isn't working properly. I had to go through Chrome. Even right now, I'm going it through Chrome to do so. So.
Okay.
Because even when my fiance does his D&D game on Thursdays, he has to go through the web channels as well because the app for the computer is messing up lately for some reason.
That's rather strange.
I'm happy I got my bow and arrow.
Well, while we're in this intermission, is Corin and Gregory doing anything?
No, I'm just gonna wait until the actual raid to get the body, because I think any other way will be far too awkward in town.
Maybe just a little bit.
We kind of burnt a bridge with the person that runs the graveyard.
Who we haven't even talked to still.
And let's keep it that way. So, unless you guys want to go out to get some bugbears, it won't be too big a problem. Like, it'll literally just be like the first battle.
Can Ben run off to try to find Corin being bored waiting outside?
Gregory's probably just walking towards the end. Yay. Just so happy about his short bow.
Yeah, and Gregory's pretty happy. Roll. That's kind of strange because he wouldn't actually know what you guys are doing. He's just been waiting out there for a while.
Yeah, so you just try to go find someone he knew, which would be Corin.
Have him roll a wisdom check.
It's also a good time to point out, I tried to let Mila hold on to Moxie while we were in town, and she refused.
Wait, when did that happen?
When we came to town.
I would have made Moxie Ben's noble steed if I would have known we had Moxie with us.
Yeah.
Well,
I offered, and no one took me up on the offer.
I might have been half asleep at that point.
This is the best time for you to roll low. Because if he had rolled high, he would have stayed. But he got bored because he rolled a low. And just went off somewhere else. Potentially to find Corin? You don't know.
How do I know?
You don't.
DM, this is not funny. least have him rustle his tail or something by the door here.
Nah.
Hello?
Hello?
Howdy.
He's trying to make me lose Ben.
Nah, Biddy, Ben at the big city by himself. What could possibly go wrong? Didn't we see a bunch of cats at one point?
Have you never seen the American Tail? Feifel goes Western American Tail in general.
That the one with the rats in the airplane?
That's a different movie.
Alright, Sahar, so I'm not sure how much you heard, but I discovered that that painting is representing the people who've taken over Gregory's manor, so we know they're bad people. And I'm trying to convince you for the sake of this town, since these are bad people, and she's obviously a part of it, I want you to try to pry open this drawer, or to break it open.
Yeah,
Okay.
the painting you've looked at is actually the dragon, the symbol of the Zentarum, which is a dragon, like flying straight up in the air with trying to eat the sun.
Okay. My computer's not working right now. I'm on Discord on my phone, so I'll just. But yeah, Sahar will scrunch up her face and be like, "I've not heard good things about these people."
Wellness
not.
check for the people. We gotta get in this drawer.
And then she will nod and go over to the drawer that is locked, take out dagger and it open.
You do have a crowbar in your inventory.
Then I will use my crowbar.
Do you have a die with you, or would you like me to roll it for you?
Yeah, I do have dice. You did.
Go ahead and roll a d20 at advantage and add 3.
Maybe that should be back up.
Actually, add 5, not 3.
Okay, hello?
Hello?
Yeah, sorry.
What did you roll on the die?
$17.
Is 17 on the die, or is that with your modifier?
That's with the +3. I rolled
Okay.
a 14.
Okay.
So if it's +5 at 15, it's a 20 then.
It would be a 19 because I should have used your athletics, but it takes you a little bit. The drawer breaks open, and inside, what do you find in here? You find a small pouch of coin. You find some coins and a small, even smaller, a coin pouch, a smaller bit of velvet, covering a couple of gems, and you find. I'm gonna do something interesting. You know what, this works. You find an amulet. This amulet appears to have a bead-like thing that goes around your neck, and the main part of it is a silver football-shaped thing with an amber gem embedded in it, also football shaped, and it on the surface of it looks like a closed eye.
I will put the velvet piece around the amulet itself, not touching it directly, and to cover up the eye-shaped gem. And then You said there was just the gold, the coins, and the gem in there. Was there anything like paperwork or anything like that?
No, there do not appear to be anything else in here.
Just the gem, right?
Just like the silk pout or silk cloth covering a couple gems and the coins.
I'll turn to Sahar. We have to have Corn look at these things. Not Gregory. Corn. 'Cause who knows what this does?
The fuck everyone.
What was Sahar do?
Zahar nods at me.
Okay.
We'll just give Gregory the gems and ask him to see what these are.
Okay, I've got roll.
Okay, that's good. Yeah,
I don't have this.
If you go through your internet browser, either Firefox, Chrome, or something like that, just type in Discord on there, and you can actually open it up through the browser. It acts just the same. But can I look at the floor to see if there's like any rugs or anything like that on the floor that looks like it could be covering something?
You lift up whatever rug might be there, and there does not appear to be anything underneath.
And do I notice anything of undead nature, like a skull or something like that? Try to find a little souvenir for Gregory.
Unfortunately, you do not.
I just wanted to say, out of character, exactly what it isn't.
What?
Agreed, what?
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're cutting in and out.
Sahar?
Give me a sec.
If it makes you feel better, Mila. If you just brought Gregory some random skull, he would have been like, oh, great. Trash. As he just drops on the floor.
Jesus.
Well, Mila was trying. Think about it this way: if you get a whole skeleton set of different bones, you can make a hybrid creature.
Doesn't quite work that way. First off, I need almost every single bone in a body.
Makes me wonder if you could do like a hybrid, like if you had all the parts of one animal, but then like the complete set technically of the other animal would still work or not.
That would be an undead chimera.
I was gonna say it's probably more advanced level of necromancy here.
Oh,
As
it is.
long
Gregory
as
can't do anything like that at the moment.
As long as it doesn't say Edward, I'm fine.
Big brother Edward.
No! Too soon! Too soon.
Too soon. It was like 6 or 8 years ago.
Still too soon.
Alright, so the stuff that you found was one bloodstone, which looks opaque, dark gray with red flecks. It's worth 50 gold pieces. Inside the coin pouch is not gold, but platinum. 25 platinum pieces. And you have the necklace that has like that eye-shaped rune, whatever, on the front.
I coughed a bit. You said like 25 platinum pieces?
Okay. And Sahar and I guess we'll start heading out the way we came, closing and locking everything like never was here.
Okay.
But I'll tentatively say that until Sahar is here, so we know in case she wants to look anywhere else or anything like that. Like, was there a bookshelf or anything in the main living area?
Whatever bookshelves that are there doesn't really seem to have anything of much interest on them.
Test.
Hello?
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 So the way that my laptop inputs work, I can either have the headset plugged in or the whenever I plug my headphones into my laptop for some reason. So
Sahar, what were you saying out of game before you cut out real fast?
oh, I was saying out of character I know exactly who the Zentarum are.
Gotcha. Is there anything you want to see else in this building, like check out before we leave the building?
Nope.
I guess we leave the way we came and lock everything up behind us.
Sahar will try and clean up in here a little bit to try and make it not look so obvious that the drawer is completely destroyed.
Alright, you attempt to hide the evidence.
Just in case somebody comes back in here. And then she will follow Mila out of the house.
Alright. And you guys make your way back out. Mila, you exit the house, and Ben's gone. You have no idea where he is.
Mila will instantly look around. First of all, see if there's any bird markings, and then see if she sees his footprints in the dirt.
Roll a perception check. Or, yeah. You don't see anything.
Can Sahar look for any, like, footsteps to see if anybody came back here who might have taken him?
Roll, survival, I guess.
While she's doing that, can I yell for Ben as loud as I can in my head to see if he's within at least a 30-foot radius of me somewhere?
You don't really see anything but your footprints that are here.
I guess Mila would run back to the inn, all the while shouting for Corn in her head.
Alright, well, about 10 minutes ago, Corin, you saw a familiar sight. A young little rat has found you and made his way back into your guitar. And you saw it. You know it. You knew he's there.
In his armor.
Pay no attention.
Yeah, because it's pretty normal. So.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm still yelling for Corn in my head as loud as I can, still running as to the inn really fast.
Probably at the Barton's provisions now.
What was that?
Barton's provisions.
Well, I don't know where you're at. I'm just yelling for you in my head, just running to the inn, because that's the last place I remember seeing you at.
Alright, Corin, what do you wish to do in here?
Let him know if he has like a book of lore or anything like that.
That's a rather strange thing. We're kind of a small town. We don't have any books coming and going. Let me look. He will try to see if he can find one. I just rolled a natural 1 on my percentile die. He does not have any. Unfortunately.
Or does he have one and not realize he actually has one and he's been using it as a booster seat this entire time?
Yeah, right.
No, unfortunately not.
Sorry, all books of lores were lost after the Knowledge Wars.
I have to ask, do you think there might be one at the Lion Shield Holster?
And unlikely. They mostly deal with weapons and armor and stuff.
I hang my head down and just like sadness.
So it's about... You guys were in that house for a decent amount of time. It's about midday. Probably 1 or 2 o'clock.
Does he randomly hear Mila screaming his name in his head?
How far do you go, Mila?
Mila's running all the way to Stonehill Inn trying to find Corn.
No. Corn does not hear you.
Sahar would have followed, but in a not running per se, just kind of doing that power walk kind of thing.
Okay.
And that's where Gregor went after the Schmitty. So, yeah.
Playing cards with Red.
Most likely. Probably gambling.
Sahar actually wants to go to Arthan's provision to get.
Okay.
Would Mila see Gregor and Red playing poker in there?
I think you would. You can hear Gregory before you even get inside. Is that fair to say, Gregory?
Oh, very much yes.
Then I will say very loud and panicky in both their heads, asking, "Where's Corn?"
Oh, yes, no clue.
Would Red have known?
Here to join us for the game?
I don't think Red would have unless Corn had stopped in and told them where he was going.
I don't think I did.
I doubt it. You went to the farm very impulsively.
He spent some time there trying to learn stuff from the just see the chickens, I guess.
Pretty much.
So I'm gonna run back outside, and like there's gonna be like tears running down my face as I'm just yelling his name over and over again, trying to run to wherever I think he might be. So I'll probably start heading towards the farm since they were talking about the farm earlier.
And to answer your last question, Corn, he was the one that gave you the thing to see Old Alwell.
That's what I thought. Oh, okay. Wait, the old Owl well?
He had heard stories about prospectors in the hills that have seen someone digging around the ruins,
Oh.
and they had seen undead.
I thought it was like like a mix between him and Halia that gave it to us, so not that. Okay. Actually, I'll go visit him then.
Like he said like he just heard about it, but he didn't offer a quest reward or anything. He just mentioned it.
Alright. In that case, I guess I'm heading back.
Alright, I think you pass Sahar as she's heading up to the provisions. Correct?
Sounds
Yeah.
right.
Sahar, as she sees Corn, she'll kind of stop him. With the concerned look, she'll go, have you seen Ben? He disappeared.
I just like, yeah, seen him.
I think
He's
you
with
should
me.
go. I think you should go try and find Mila because she's in a way. Because she can't seem to.
I'll try. No guarantees or anything.
I think she's telepathically yelling. So.
Well, that's not gonna work unless I'm like 30 feet away from her. Alright. Let's go find, figure out where she went.
I've actually was about to head to Bartha to get some. So,
What would you like to get?
I would like to buy their water skin.
What kind of kit?
A water skin.
Oh, water skin. Okay, sorry. I thought I heard kit. I think that's like 5 gold. Let me double check. It might be less. It might just be a gold.
And then I was gonna head to the inn to buy enough water to fill them.
Well, that's just 2 silver pieces for the water skin.
Alright.
Can I say for this, while she's been inside, just been like, ritual casting talk to animals.
I mean, it doesn't take you that long to get the inn to cast it, but
I think the costly thing about water skins were that they weighed so much.
Well, they only
Yeah.
weigh that much if they're full.
oh, you have other plans for this one, huh? Okay.
Well, I was gonna fill it with water. I just feel more comfortable having more water.
Okay. Yeah, that's only 2 silver, so easily acquired. Mila is dashing through town, trying to find Corin.
Like, ugly crying down my face, just yelling my head, but I can't say anything out loud, so there's just some random stranger girl just running through town. No one has no idea what the hell's going on.
Corin, you were going back to the inn?
Yeah, I'm heading on my way back to the inn.
Alright, about 5 minutes after you get back inside the inn, you hear a piercing scream in your voice. Corin!
Do I know exactly which direction?
As Mila's trying to run by the freaking the inn. And when you hear it, everybody else in the inn covers their ears. They're trying to block out the sound that they cannot block.
Wait, I thought that it was only directed towards one person, I thought.
Because of how frantic this is for funsies. Everybody can hear it.
You're just kind of blasting it.
Pretty much.
Like all frequency radio type thing.
I want to do something for fun to myself, actually. And I can do that. That's just a waste.
Go ahead and do that.
I don't know. It feels like a huge waste. Otherwise, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna. Oh, go ahead.
Sahar's gonna go ahead and head back to the inn.
Alrighty.
I'm just gonna go ahead and just like shout anyway.
Let's shout for Mila.
Do that or just play a song. Yeah, play a song. Why not?
Mila, you recognize that instrument and go rushing back to find Corin playing in the inn.
With Ben still inside the guitar.
It's not like maybe 1 or 2 strings, so.
I thought Ben would like scurry out and just kind of sit on his shoulder. Probably.
I would.
So
just see this
that's what
rat
you
sitting-
see.
I just see this rat sitting in a guitar with both his paws on his ears, especially if it's a horrible performance. Please roll a performance check.
Yeah,
Full of-
yeah. Go ahead. It's go ahead. That's. That sounds pretty good. You get 3 electrum, or no, yeah, 3 electrum pieces as a tip. Or this short set you do.
Guess there's a couple
Thank you.
dwarves in here.
Do I see Ben or no?
Yeah, you see him like kind of doing a little like dance on Corin's shoulder.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna run over and snatch Ben off his shoulder and just hug Corin really, really tight, thanking him over and over again. Almost like a grappling hug.
I like to complain and protest.
I guess I'll let him go trying to clean my face off because I just have water pouring down my face from all crying.
I want to say I have a napkin or something on me, but I don't think I do.
And I'm going to just stick Ben back in my bag after he gets a second wind from me squeezing him so tight.
Yeah, he just ran up my instrument like while I was walking down the path. Why was he out alone by himself?
Okay, so Sahara and I were doing a wellness check, and Halia and Halia is actually one of the bad people.
Okay. Let's take a minute here. Come inside. Let's sit down just for a minute.
Halia is a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you two step down from the stage before continuing this conversation?
What stage?
I thought there was like a little stage thing for bards.
Not that I know of in this bar.
Weird.
If it was never described to me, I don't think.
Gregory, you win like 7 silver pieces in your gambling today.
Oh, cool.
Mila will just look at the group. Sahar will back me up on this. She thinks the people who took over the manor is part of Halia. Halia is part of their group.
Apparently there was a rather large painting which depicted symbol of these Zentarum.
I'm assuming they already
What is-
informed me about what happened yesterday.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming you all know this information.
Yeah, like we kind of already knew she was a part of the group.
That she like fled town and there's a giant ass poster in her house.
I'm not sure it depicted a picture of an ass, but okay.
Like the
It's-
town master told us that she was the one that bought it along with these guys.
It's a saying I picked up from the humans working in the bar, Sahar. But no, something's not right. Why would she want to kick him out just so she can buy it with her people?
You're right. That manor was rightfully mine.
Greg, no one cares.
I care.
She did say last time we spoke to her that she wanted them gone so that new enforcement could be put in. She's very vague about the type of people that pick up this enforcement.
By the way, did you guys ever notice like there was like no one in this town that actually mines?
Oh, that is odd.
I mean, I'm just saying,
Maybe-
like, I never noticed anyone.
Oh my
Like
god, you're
Spanish.
right.
Maybe the mine is empty now.
Maybe the mine's a front for something.
I'm gonna go ask the innkeeper what he thinks about where the miner's at.
I thought this was like common knowledge at this point by now.
I'm just gonna write to the innkeeper asking where'd all the miners go.
Oh, well, we're trying to get the town back up and running, but, not many miners nowadays.
Was it
Too many
because of the
adults.
Because of the red brands or something else?
I'm sure they didn't help, but, if it's something else, I'm not sure.
Do you think
I know how we can bring.
Do you think they might have left because of something called the Wave Echo Cave?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people hear, but no one's found it. Or they disappear trying.
Is there any family of miners around here or any ex-miners around this area?
Fortunately, no. None that I can think off the top of my head.
If none of the miners are here, then why was Talia still here?
Makes you wonder about a lot of questions.
Because as I understand it, she ran the miners' exchange, but how can you have a miners' without any...
Bingo.
Quick question. Did anyone ever actually verify that she was in charge of that, or did she tell us that?
Well, she was there when we visited.
Yes, and I'm here at the inn, and I could claim that I run the inn.
I'm pretty sure that the innkeeper already informed us about how they're like basically running it. Like,
Oh, that's fair.
no, wait. Actually, that's not right. I think what happened is that someone asked someone about like who the Red Brands all terrorized, but they said like they don't mess with Holly.
Yeah, the Red Brands didn't mess with the miners' exchange.
Is the
Anyways,
innkeeper going to have any input on this conversation?
Oh, I mean... The place also kind of served as like an unofficial records office. We don't get that many prospectors or miners in the area, but the occasional that does trickle in and then disappears. Did talk to her.
Do you know how deep the mine goes?
What mine?
Phandelver mine. Or is is it just a building that represents the miners? Or
Yes,
there's-
that's what it is. It's like a...
Okay, but there's not an actual mine there.
no.
Okay.
While they're doing that, can I get to like the corner of the room where no one can see me and pull out that journal?
So you go up to your rented room, or I guess free room since you guys helped, and you basically got free room and board for the time being.
Yeah.
You wish to read it?
Actually, before I go up, can I pull Gregory to the side for a second?
Well, of course. Hello.
I will think to him directly. No funny business. Come up to my room. I need you to look at something.
Oh my.
I will promptly slap him and say, nothing funny.
Alright. I'll follow. Yeah, I'll follow her.
Once in the room, I'll keep it covered with the velvet, and I'll tell him I'd like you to see what magical properties this item has. No funny business.
Is it the eye thing?
Against my better judgment, yes.
Alright,
Okay.
I'd like to get a good old-fashioned Arcana check on it.
Go ahead.
19.
It's pretty good. You have, in your studies, heard tales of items, or you're aware of divination magic. You've heard tales of items that will hide you from said magic.
Ooh. Now that's a pretty little trinket, right up my alley.
What is it? And I still have my hands on it.
Basically, you could say it's a little trinket that will hide you from divine magic, or divin, however it's pronounced. Basically, magic directly from the gods.
No, it's a magic that is used to determine locations and stuff.
Oh.
Like if someone tries to scry on you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you said okay. That's why I got confused with.
Yeah, that's called divination magic. It's not divine. It's just divination.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. But basically, you want to hide. Hide this is a good thing to have on you.
I will thank Gregory for his time, and I'll say, there's one last thing I'm about to do, and you're more than welcome to join me if you like. And give him like a sinister, playful, mischief smirk. Yeah, mischief is the word I'm looking for.
Oh my.
I still Holly his journal without Sahar noticing. You want to read it?
Oh yes.
I will smirk quickly, pulling over 2 chairs in my room together and opening up the journal.
Ooh.
You gotta figure out what it is anyway, so you pretty much figured it out. Had a good idea what it is. All right. Well, in this journal, you find writings of. Or did you find writings? What languages do each of you know?
Common and Elvish.
I have, oh god, Elvish, Common, Dwarvish, and I got those.
Gregory, you don't understand a single thing about this. It's all gibberish, like, You remember that scene in Austin Powers where they're talking about English?
Nope.
Oh god.
It's kind of like that,
Beautiful.
but Mila, you understand this as thieves' cant.
Oh, it's like when you tried to read Scottish people Twitter.
When he was with his dad doing like that English thing, but
yeah,
And
for the
gold
gold
member.
members,
yeah.
girls, They're like two things in a bobby and just, oh lord, it was horrible. So I guess I'll read it out loud in my brain to, Gregory as I'm reading along.
Well, the first few entries are like talking about getting into this town and blending in, so to speak. That's what like the first like few pages of the entries are. In the middle, after she's mentioned that she has gained a foothold, and but there are some issues with some local bandits that she can't be bothered to fuck with because she doesn't give a shit. They're too beneath her. She would just hire some suckers to take care of the problem. And a little bit later, you find more talks about said suckers that decided to take upon the problem, and that they have succeeded in just taking out the manor, or taking everything from the manor, and we will be in that. The final entry is they're gonna move their base of operations to the manor.
Does it say where their previous base of operations was?
It does not.
Ooh, I'm gonna enjoy turning her into a zombie.
I'd say turn her to a zombie and kill her again after reading the sucker's part.
Well, she speaks thieves' cant, so she can't be good.
Mila will give the darkest stare to Gregory, and then just snap the journal shut, putting it away, asking him to leave very forcefully in her brain.
Oh, you're gonna get all mad now, aren't you?
It's like, please leave, sir.
Fine, fine. I'm telling everyone.
I slammed the door behind him as I put on the amulet.
I'm going to inform everyone downstairs of what we read in the journal.
Okay.
DM, just quick clarification. We can say swear words on this channel, right?
Oh, I don't give two shits.
I do it all the time.
Cool, so in Sahara's brain, I'm gonna say that Gregory's a jackass and she should slap him.
I heard that in my brain.
It wasn't directed to you, it was your own. So, ha!
Sahara sigh. While she also has a look on.
Why does no one like the wizard?
She will, to Gregory, say, Mira in her room.
Oh yes, she's being very rude today.
Maybe it is you who are rude.
I can't recall a single day in my life where I've been rude.
Sahara will go upstairs. This door.
You do that. Don't stay up there talking for an hour and a half, though, without us.
Shouldn't we be getting moving?
Oh yes, I'd like to start this assault as soon as possible.
What assault?
But are you prepared for said assault?
Gregor is.
Mila probably wants to do a rest since she's hurt.
I guess we could do it in the morning.
Got like 1 point.
You're gonna have quite a few like mismatched things because Gregory wants to assault the manor and Sahara wants to go find her brother,
That's what I'm talking about.
Mila would go with Sahara.
who may or may not still be there when you arrive.
Listen, I'm sure one day, us getting there won't make that much a difference of the 8 days it's gonna take to get there.
Mila would still go with Sahara because she knows how it is to be missing a loved one.
Oh, maybe Sahar should talk to Gregor.
Corn just feels like Gregor's plans to be ridiculous and unnecessary.
Well, no one ever consults Gregor on anything. He's got to make plans.
Out of the game, when the DM tells us we're not ready, I tend to take the DM's advice.
I mean, if you want to go on a suicide mission, that's fine with me.
All right, fuck the town, I guess. Let's go.
Don't worry, we'll probably be back with the whole army.
Yeah, after the town has gone through said fucking.
Army of zombies, Gregor.
That'll be fine.
Won't be
Besides,
ready by then.
we're going to see zombies, Gregory.
We've already seen zombies.
You don't remember, do you?
Hmm?
If I remember, according to my notes, that Thunder Tree is overrun with undead.
Yeah, but we've already seen zombies. And if it's the same guy, he's dead. All the zombies are just... They're uncoordinated now. How they don't have orders anymore.
Wait,
Like, they're still roaming about, but there's no teamwork.
is Thunder Tree the same town as the one the woman we saved who said was overrun by zombies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she said that she couldn't pay you, but there was an heirloom that you could find there.
Yep.
Now Sahar. Okay, Sahar will go upstairs, go up to the bell. Toot. Wrap on.
Also, out of character, I am super surprised Gregor's the only one who has the heart of gold that wants to save the village.
Mila just knows how it is to be missing a loved one. But I guess Mila will just crack the door open a little bit to see who's outside her door.
And it looks at you. Yeah, come.
Mila will open the door and wave her arms, pretty much inviting Sahar in.
Will walk in.
Wait, do we all have our own rooms, or is it like girls in one dorm, guys in the other?
Yeah, it's pretty much like that. He still runs the business after all.
Well, I guess I couldn't bar her out anyways.
I mean, you could.
Nah. Alright, so she'll let you in, and then she's gonna start getting ready for bed. As Ben washes in a little bowl.
It's not that. It's like mid-afternoon. It's maybe 3, 4 o'clock.
Okay, then Mila is cleaning where she got stabbed with the darts and trying to make sure all the poison's out.
Okay. You can roll a hit die if you wish to. And if you guys wish to travel today, you can move 2 hexes. Well, look at that. You pretty much undid all that damage you took. With your little rest.
Sahar will kind of do her daily ritual thing that she does for weapon. Doing that ritual. Be like, true, Leah. You think that resident?
You're cutting in and out for me. I'm sorry.
I heard the
Yours.
rituals you do with the weapons, and that's all I got.
You mean your Sahari?
Gregor!
Disadvantage in your next roll.
I'll take it.
Alright.
Take it. that's what Sahara's asking me, or I'm not sure.
I'm guessing that's what she's asking you if,
Yes. If I'm. Am I still breaking up?
It seems fine now.
Okay. Just let me know and I can type. So. Yeah, she will ask.
Mila, as she's bandaging her arm the best she can, she'll nod and think to her, there's a good chance. We ran him off roughly a week, and that house has been abandoned for a few days. Though it worries me that she would leave something like her journal behind if she was to leave.
Some such board. I don't go very far. Careful.
Out of game, Sahara, what key are you using to push talk? So you're probably using the Chrome again.
I don't have push to talk on my phone. It's on voice activity right now.
Oh, you're still using your phone?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I keep breaking up. I don't know.
Okay, so what did you say, Sahar?
I don't think that she would leave an item of such import behind. She must not be very far. I think we should be careful.
Change of power, maybe? Out of game, you know a dad joke is very daddish when even the chat and Twitch comments on it.
Yeah, that's just him. He just...
Thank you.
Sahar says she wouldn't leave an item of such import behind. If she's close, we need to be careful.
Mila will agree and walk over, asking Sahara to do the last tie on her upper arm where she got darted. Mila will say thanks to Sahar and put her hand on Sahar's shoulder, saying, "We will find your brother. You have my word on that."
Sahar will not with a determined face.
Alright, would you guys like to head out today? I apologize, you're still trying to do RP stuff. Okay. For the people listening, Sahara nods with a determined look on her face.
And I guess I'll go back downstairs after drying Ben off from his little bath. Try and make sure that all our stuff's packed up ready for a long trek.
No, it's fine, Sahar. We can make hopefully your issues fixed next week, and hopefully we have Red next week. Don't give me that shit, Pangus.
Hmm?
It's from what Pangolingolier is saying in the chat.
Gotcha. So I guess the girls are back down with the boys now.
that, would y'all like to, we'll be heading out?
Yep.
I guess we'll leave Red behind in case trouble happens with the newest members of the manor.
Red's coming with you.
I recant my statement then.
I'm not leaving him out of this in case when he comes back next week. Hopefully.
Comes in riding on a white horse, just all dramatically.
There's no horses in this town.
That's why I said magically.
I very much doubt he has either of those spells.
Fine, then he comes riding majestically on a dog.
I could learn the spell.
Why a dog?
I don't know how tall dwarves are.
4 to 5 feet.
They're
I
more.
think he-
They're stocky.
Oh, never mind then.
Anyway, with Ben leading the charge, you can move 2 hexes.
Where are we heading again? Thunder Tree?
Thunder Tree is all the way up yonder. We don't want to go through the wilderness.
No.
See, the adventurer in me says to stay on the road is safest. But the dumbass of me says we should go through the black spaces to see what's there.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go through the forest and collect whatever's right there too along the way.
Basically, on day 2, you can reach about here.
That'd be close to X marks the spot section.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
And Sahar, you can roll a perception check, since you are keeping an eye out.
Can I cover our tracks as we move along?
We're kind of on the main trail right now. It's relatively safe, you know, except when goblins attack, but... You all find a place to camp, bed down for the night, take your watches. Nothing happens. And you awaken the next day. Unless there was something you wish to do in your downtime.
Can I ask Corn if he'll teach me how to play flute?
Is Corn alive?
He's alive. I was just checking to see if I could actually play the flute. And I can.
Or play one of your wind instruments?
Ironically, I have 2.
Which one?
I have the flute and the lute.
I could have sworn a lute was like a very tiny harp.
Oh wait, sorry. I'm thinking the wrong thing.
It's like an old guitar.
I know, when I think lute, I'm thinking like an actual string instrument. Not string, like wind instrument.
You mean like a flute?
It's almost like a flute, but it's not a flute.
Piccolo?
Something like that.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red.
Clarinet.
Moving on.
So will Corn teach me?
I'll try.
Okay, Corin, roll... roll a charisma check. And Mila, roll an intelligence check.
That's so ironic.
Yeah. I should have said with disadvantage, but yeah, for the intelligence check with that roll. But Corin, this isn't something you really use that often, so it's taking you a little bit to try to get back into the swing, so to speak. So you didn't really teach her much tonight.
Oh, wait, she wanted to learn the flute, right?
Yes.
Oh, I don't have a flute.
Well, even more then. Either way, it doesn't work out as well tonight. Perhaps another night. But for now... Oh shit, someone just... Big Claddy just followed and my thing didn't go off. I had to reset that. Big Claddy, thank you for the follow. Okay, you do your off time and rest for the evening, and the morning is yours. You got 5 hexes to move. Just tell me when you would like to move up, and I will clear the way.
I say go up. Follow the brown arrow, whoever's controlling the brown arrow. I still don't know how y'all are doing that.
Like, you can all, control, Ben's, that little token you see. That's not actually Ben's token, it's just like the picture.
No, Gregory cast that, enlarge spell twice over on Ben, and we're just all riding on Ben's back.
I don't think it works like that.
I could do something like that to a horse.
Alright, you guys have entered this dark forest.
So, does anyone know what we're looking for, even?
We have a map.
Yes, a map with the next, but what's here?
You cannot reach it today unless you, go at a fast pace.
Let's not, since we're in the woods.
It's like 1 square up, though.
Yeah, but you have reached the, max, or...
Oh, no, I was talking...
It'd still be the end of the day by the time we got there.
Yeah, pretty much. It's, a little too late to try to find this, because you're gonna have to spend a little bit of time trying to find exactly where this is. If this is where you wish to go. So, would you like to do your watches, or do anything before you bed down?
Nope.
Nah.
All right. So, what is your watch order? Humans first, or one human first, one human last.
That's always the rule.
Alright, so who is first? Alright, Sahar, go ahead and roll your perception check. Alright, you keep an eye out. And your watch ends without issue. You see, like... You just see some random, like, animals around, and you... like, see an owl just kind of looking at you. Nothing really crazy, but, a 10's not that bad. But, your watch ends without issue. And, you wake up Gregory, I guess he's second?
Yep. Oh boy.
Roll your perception check. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You don't see anything. Nothing
Coast
happens.
is clear. Coast is clear, Moxie. This is where we can get our chance to do our, like, secret mind-to-mind chats. And
Moxie
that's all I do.
stares at you. All right. I'll have Red do the next watch. His watch ends without issue. Is Corin next? Or is Mila next?
Sorry, my Discord
I-
disconnected. I'm back.
Okay. Mila, go ahead and roll your perception check. Yeah, your watch ends without issue as well, and that owl is still staring though. You didn't know. You didn't know, but it's been staring at you since Sahar's watch.
Owl?
But, yeah, just an owl. It's kind of just chilling.
Is that an actual meme?
You know, I made it just for you, Gregory. But does it look real? Like, has it moved yet at all, or
It looks real. It's just kind of chilling.
how far from is it?
Probably 40, 50 feet up in a tree.
I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm just gonna stay up with Corin and keep my eye on it.
You risk exhaustion if you do that.
Then never mind. I will wake up Corin and tell him about the bird.
But
All right.
everybody's heard that the bird is the word.
All right, Corin, make your perception check.
With advantage, because I told him about the owl?
No, regular. Okay, Corin, you're about 30 minutes into your watch. You hear a voice behind, like next to you. Corin,
Yes.
do you look?
Take a look.
You see what looks like a wood elf, kind of in like sort of dark clothing, with like a little news, like paperboy hat. I got a message for you. Got a letter to deliver for you. Your hands only. And he hands you a sealed letter.
I take the letter.
The letter has a seal on it that is in red wax, and the symbol on the seal almost looks like a rolled up scroll. And the guy says, "Guess that's it. Gotta run."
Wait. Who
And
sent it?
the moment you look up, he is gone.
Damn it!
I think Korn just got invited to fight in Smash Brothers.
You.
Does he wake anyone else up before he opens his letter?
Nah. I'm gonna open it.
Okay.
All right, you open the letter.
Yes.
Okay, give me 1 second. Where is this?
Check for anthrax first!
Is it perfectly sealed?
So a wood elf who just sent me a letter is trying to kill me from like instantly. If no one with a letter.
Corin, check your handouts. There's a new thing called sealed letter.
Okay.
Also, anthrax? There's got to be a more efficient way to kill someone. That could take years.
In the letter is actually an item that the letter itself talks about.
Intriguing. I'm gonna put on. First, I'm gonna go ahead and identify it first.
Okay.
Might as well ritual cast that.
Wait, there was something inside the letter?
You sleep.
I put it in your journal first. In the magic items area.
Okay, I see it.
Wait, someone remind me again of game. I have the amulet. Gregory has the necro book. I have the beak. Corin has the ring protection. Sahar has talon. Oh, is the staff of defense glass staff?
Yeah.
Yes.
I got the last staff.
Okay, I was just known as the glass staff. That's why I was like, wait, who has this one?
The wizard, the only one that knows how to use staffs.
Mia knows how to use them too. She just takes and whacks people on the head with them.
You don't know how to use the magic side of them.
Okay, I'm putting this ring on.
Okay, do you wish to tell everyone else what this is?
Maybe when they wake up.
I'll keep the letter in your journal only for now. However, I will show everybody the ring since you will tell them what this is, right? Or no? I leave that up to you.
I'll tell them about I'll tell them about the ring, but I'm not gonna tell them like what it all complete.
Okay. And then the rest of your watch ends, and morning comes, and everybody stirs awake. And if you may notice that Corin has a new ring on. The ring itself is kind of like a silver, and also has the same kind of symbol as what was on the envelope seal.
I show them the letter.
Okay.
Yeah, I got visited last night apparently.
Oh.
There we go. Mila asks, "Are you sure the ring is safe?"
That's Sahar. Yeah, it's fine.
Is it secret? Is it safe?
I've already checked it. It's fine.
Like Corin almost seems to have like almost a small air of a little bit more charisma about him, so to speak.
Who did lying?
I'm assuming she's probably talking about the thing with
The fake
Sildar. This
Sildar.
fake, yeah. Oh yeah, and Halia. Halia's kind of a bitch.
Well, this seems more official, so.
Well then, let's move on. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
X marks the spot.
Alright then, let's move.
All right, you move up toward the X. I would like someone to roll a survival check to try to locate this place.
Whoever gets
I
it gets a
nominate
bardic
Sahar.
inspiration.
Sahar, roll again for advantage. I'm guessing they're helping you.
And Moxie.
Corin, did you just say you bardicked her?
Yeah, I was saying whoever does that was giving him bardic inspiration.
Okay, roll a d6. Yeah, it does not take you long to find signs of growth around what appears to be just a decrepit tomb or something, or or like a small cathedral of sorts or something. Like it has like a white stone pillars that are kind of collapsed a little bit and aged, but also like a mausoleum or something standing there, covered in weeds and vines.
Can I kick the outside of the building?
You kick the outside of the building.
How structurally sound is it still?
You hurt your toe.
I'm just going to look at Gregory saying send in Moxie. Wait, does Moxie have dark vision?
Moxie does not have dark vision.
I'd like to roll a history on the how long this has been here.
Go ahead.
Eventually, I want to teach Ben how to hold a little torch so he can ride in the back of Moxie to hold a light for Moxie as she looks in dark areas.
Is there an opening at all, or?
Yes, there's an opening. Corin, this thing is centuries old. Probably at least 500 years old.
Do I know anything else about it?
It's hard to tell who exactly made this. But you rolled pretty well, so it almost seems to have a dwarvish stonework to it.
Interesting. So do you guys want to go in, or do you want to like go to Thunder Tree first and come back here?
Well, let's go in.
Mila will quickly put her arm out and say, wait, let me check for traps.
Go ahead and check for traps.
Well,
Roll perception.
quick question about this opening. Oh, sorry.
You do not find any traps. Go ahead, Gregory.
Is it like a long tube opening, or is it just like an opening that I can see inside?
It seems to descend like 30 feet into the earth.
Oh, is it like a big opening?
Yeah, it's a probably 10
Oh.
foot tall by like 6 or 7 feet wide.
Oh, we can just jump in.
No, it's like a hallway. A staircase leads down.
Oh, okay. Dang, the one time I spell that lowers our like falling speed.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. No, that's not your thing. It's better this way. Yeah, I walk down.
It's not really lit in here, so those of you who are human would need... Actually,
Torch.
Red will light a torch for you.
That's better. Better for him to hold it than me. Yeah.
Before he lights it, do we see any tracks of like a human being here recently or anything being here recently?
No.
I'm more
It almost
concerned.
seems deserted.
I'm also more concerned about the marks in the back of the wall there.
Alright, so this is like a... It seems there are... You see 4 small little alcoves with doors in them. The ceilings here go to about 20 feet, and at the end of the long hall you see 4 statues. Each kind of like holding their hands in a weird way, but there's nothing in them.
Gregor, like to take a look down this hallway.
You open the door.
Yes.
All right.
Should have rolled for stealth. Good idea for the future, Gregor. Thank you, Gregor.
Anyway, you open the door, and there is a large stone sarcophagus pushed against the wall, sort of in the center.
Oh, this is right up Gregor's alley. Oh,
There's a weird smell in this place. It almost smells like sulfur, a small hint of sulfur. But on top of this, it's not on the map because I didn't have anything to put. I forgot to put it there. There is a small There's a statue.
It smells sulfur, people. I know that's used in a lot of magics.
That's coming from this entire place.
Well then, I'm going to attempt to open the sarcophagus. Is it heavy?
Red will assist you.
Oh, good.
With his assistance, it doesn't take too much to open this. What you see are the remains of a skeleton, and in this particular one, I need to make a note of this. You see a for this one, you see like almost an ornate-looking, silver-looking mace.
Ooh. Gregor's going to carefully glance back at the others over there. And he's going to pull out the Necronomicon. Well then, let's get you up in atoms there, buddy.
Boy. Greg, we talked about this.
No. Skeletons are much different than, well, they're not much different than zombies, but...
Do you touch the skeleton at all?
I'm assuming I'm going to have to for the spell, so yes, I touch the skeleton.
Well, in the middle of your casting, unfortunately, the skeleton kind of turns to... where you touch kind of just immediately turns to dust. Like, this thing has been here a long time.
Gregory's gonna look at the shiny mace, and he's gonna ask Corin, "Hey, Corin, does any of those statues look like they should be holding a mace?"
Well, let me go check. I'm gonna go over there and, like, examine all 4 statues.
Roll an investigation check. It does almost look like they're in positions to potentially hold weapons. And yet, none of them do.
I guess.
Oh, well, there's a mace in here. Let's hook it up. Gregor's going to take the mace and attempt to leave the room.
Okay. As you attempt to leave...
Sorry,
the statue actually rakes at you and hits.
Oh.
And
Wait,
let me
or-
pull up. No, at Gregory.
Okay.
Oh, what was that to hit? I may want to cast shield. Or is it too soon?
19 plus something.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to block this. How much do I get walloped?
Pretty bad. You take 15 damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, 7.
You almost feel like you're slowing down. Like...
Oh. Gregor's almost down.
And it almost feels like your your flesh is turning to stone.
Oh, I'm being petrified. I do not have a spell for that.
This is a very good choice for this moment here. I appreciate this.
Mm-hmm.
This legend is that music.
Yes, it is.
6. Gregor's gonna die. Get him, Red.
Mila, go ahead and roll initiative.
Remember, you gotta click the token first before you.
I also forgot to roll for him.
I'm not sure how to do that. How...
Usually you just click your token and then do it, but I can do it.
Because I keep clicking it and my token's doing nothing except saying my hit points 10.
No,
to
no, but when you click your token and then go to your character sheet and hit initiative, it'll add it to the in order automatically. I forgot to freaking pop out its stupid thing.
I guess I'll take the second one then instead of the first one.
No, you're taking that first one.
Well, if he rolls better than Gregor, Gregor's basically dead.
So just for my own sake of memory, because I was looking at something else real fast. Did the music start when Corrin went to the, like, Legend of Zelda symbols over there, or did it start when Gregory opened up the sarcophagus?
It started.
after
It started when I remembered to change the music.
It started when he picked up that mace, basically.
Okay, so it's like, kind of like a video game where obviously hear the boss battle music and you know it's around somewhere.
I rolled better than him. Gregor lives.
The music's actually creeping me the fuck out, though.
Oh, I'm being petrified.
Mila, it is your turn.
I am going to jump on top of this sarcophagus with the skeleton and take my beak blade and stab him.
The skeleton. It wasn't the skeleton. There was like a statue on top of the thing that did it.
Then I shall attack the statue with my beak blade.
Okay, roll to hit. You go to hit him and it chink. It hits his stone and doesn't do anything.
Isn't it considered a sneak attack since he didn't know I was around the corner?
I forgot. No, he had already gone. And you were not hidden. He had already acted in combat, so you do not get advantage.
I was around the corner.
But you also jumped out in front of him, so unfortunately you did not succeed in hitting him.
Does it count if I hit the wrong key for the weapon? Because I wasn't going for my dagger, I was going for my beak, but it should be the same numbers.
Yeah, they're the same, so unfortunately no.
I guess I'll disengage and use my last movements to back away.
Okay. Red will rush this thing and attempt to hit it. And he is going to rage. Oh! He hits hard. As Red connects with this thing, you see just the stone crumble and turn to dust as he hits it. He has obliterated this thing. And, yeah, he, stands there and in disbelief, like, huh. We're not out of initiative, by the way. Sahar, what would you like to do?
Let's see if my voice was gonna work again. Is it working?
For now it is.
I'm going to head to this door and open it and see if I see another statue.
You do.
Go ahead and do it.
What would you like? What are you doing to him?
Shat him.
Okay. That does not hit. It just kind of chinks off of him.
Jeez Louise.
And you have a torch in your other hand. Or did you drop that outside?
I still have.
Alright. End your turn. I think, yeah. Corin. I apologize if you wanted more, I couldn't hear you. You were breaking up again.
Probably hearing the combat in the back, immediately like run to the back.
Yep, okay.
And I'm like, what's going on?
Do you do any? Do you just stay there the whole for your action, or?
I was asking what is going on, but no one answered me.
Are we waiting for something, or?
Corin was waiting to hear. Okay. So Sahar would say that the statues are attacking.
Alright, I'm gonna stay here and dodge this turn.
You can dodge?
Yeah.
Alright. Gregory, make me another con save, please.
Aye. This is always how I wanted to go. 13.
As you feel this, the stone shatters, and you are back to normal.
Oh, thank God. I was looking at petrified just now. Was that what was going on with me, by the way?
Who knows?
Okay. Well, let's hope it's not that, because I lose the ability to talk like this, and I don't have a single spell I can use without talking. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go help Sahari with
you can. That was your end of your turn.
Oh, sorry.
Sahar, this is going to attempt to hit you.
Alright.
What's your AC? It's 16 now because you don't have a weapon in the other hand?
Yes.
Well, an 8 plus his stuff is not going to hit you. This one appears to have a rapier in its hand. It tries to hit you with it, but you just move out of the way as it attempts to hit you, and he does not connect. Mila, if you're here, it is your turn.
I will see Corn and ask him what did he see up ahead.
The pedestals. The statues, like, they made old weapons. I'm not sure.
I'll ask him how many.
There's 4.
You can see back down that way that those things there are not moving.
Mila will have an idea. Can she scoop up all of that just shattered statue in the room with red?
What would you like to do with it?
I want to put it on one of the pedestals to see if something happens.
Those are not pedestals. Those are other statues back there that they had found out appear to be that the Gregory and Corin had figured out that you may have to do put something in their hands.
And would Mila know when Gregory went to grab the mace, he got petrified?
It's not after he grabbed the mace, it's after he got hit by that, well, you wouldn't know. But you see one right now attacking Sahar.
Mila's gonna take a shot at it with her bow from where she is.
Alright. That hits. Roll your sneak attack damage as well. Okay, so you do 10 damage to it.
And then with the remainder of my motion, I'm gonna run to Sahar's room.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn. I'll be right back.
Okay. Red's gonna move. We can't get to this thing without dashing, so we'll throw a javelin at it. And the javelin just hits it and just kind of clatters to the ground, doing nothing. Sahar, it's your turn.
Wacky, wacky.
That hits. As you hit it, you just kind of crump it. Almost, if it had a head, or you kind of decapitate it a little bit, and it just kind of clatters to the ground. It is dead. You wish to do anything else? Oh, could you have gotten there in your full movement?
Yeah, that's what I'm questioning here.
15, 20. You can get to here with your full movement. Yeah, it's kind of hard to go diagonal like this, since there's that big wall there. Corin, it's your turn.
Taking notice that the statues didn't come out of the room. I'm going to go ahead and try to open up one of them.
Okay. Alright, you were there. Yeah, okay. Which one will you go to?
Hang on, it's getting weird for me. There we go.
Okay, you gotta open the door. He opens the door.
shit.
It's right in front of your face.
Apparently so. I was wrong. Shatter in the back wall.
All right. Does that do extra to constructs, or I know they have disadvantage? It failed its save. It's just advantage, right? Nothing extra.
Let me put it up.
Like they're not vulnerable to the damage, but I want to check to make sure.
Yeah, a creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on this saving throw.
Okay, that's what I thought. Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
It's not dead. Oh crap.
You dealt a hefty blow to it, though. And destroyed that sarcophagus.
Shit. Did not mean to do that, though. I think that's all I do.
That one appears to have a large greatsword in it.
Oh shit.
And Gregory, it's your turn.
Do I have line of sight on him with my magic missile at all?
For magic missile, you do.
Right then, I'm just gonna magic missile his ass. Magic missile. 11 force.
The first one hits. Its arm falls off. The second one hits. Its other arm falls off, and the last one takes out its head.
Does that mean dead for statue, or? Yeah.
Greg, you have that mace from the first room, right?
Yeah, I did pick it up.
Great.
And your turn, Gregory.
Yep. Please don't be. Please don't be. Please don't be.
Gregory, even or odd?
You can just say me because I'm holding the mace.
Even or odd? Tell me.
Even.
It's even, so it does not hit you. It attempts to hit Sahar.
If it gets a crit, it could actually kill me.
Yeah, potentially.
I know it's only like a 1 in 20 chance, but I don't like those odds.
Either way,
Damn
I'm
it.
cutting.
This one, Sahar, this one attempts to hit you with what appears to be like a staff thing. But, you just go to the side and it misses you. Do we have Mila back?
Yes. Mila will run out, and does she have a clear shot to Eldritch Blast him?
Clear enough. That just hits.
And is it considered sneak since there's other people around him?
You do not get your sneak attack on spells.
Fair enough.
For 3 damage. Your sickly green bolt goes toward it and just kind of hits it, cracks it a little bit. it's still intent.
For the rain action, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm gonna put myself between the statue and Gregory.
You can't really. You'd have to use your action to move Gregory, pretty much.
Can't I go around him though?
Well, I mean, you can't body block him.
Oh, because they can still attack at diagonal, can't they?
Yes.
Sorry, Greg. I tried.
It's fine. Maybe it won't kill me.
Are you changing your mind about your movement then?
Did anyone... Sorry, I was out when it happened. Did anybody grab that sword from the guy that Sahara was at originally?
No.
Then with the rest of my movement, I'm just gonna go back into the room to retrieve the sword.
You don't see a sword in here.
Didn't the guy have a sword?
Yeah.
He had like a stone rapier. That was part of him that broke when he collapsed.
Is the handle still there?
No. Oh, but the handle was kind of a part of him.
No, the weapons are in the coffins. These guys are just carrying stone weapons.
Oh, I grabbed the weapon out of the sarcophagus then.
The sarcophagus is closed, and you cannot open it. Until your next action.
Fair enough. I will just stare at my prize.
Red will rush forward and flank this gentleman statue thing. Unfortunately, he swings wide and does not get to hit. And that's his turn. Sahar, it is your turn.
I do. He's my...
That does not hit.
Damn it.
You're having some bad luck tonight, aren't you?
I'm so done.
End your turn.
And I try and use my bonus action, hit him with the torch.
You can try. Just roll a d20 plus your strength. Or just roll a strength check. Basically.
Oh.
The roll on that was high enough. I'm not that much of a dick.
Oh, okay.
You essentially just do your strength score to him.
Score or my strength fire?
Oh, I meant your modifier, you know. You know what I mean?
Okay, so 3.
Yes. I shouldn't let you, but I will anyway, because you have that feat. The dual wielding feat, I mean. Corin, it's your turn.
I'm thinking, do I just want to end him now? Guys?
If you're thinking what I think you're thinking, no.
Shatter! Point of Origin's in the back room there, so it doesn't hit anyone else.
Point of origin back here. We're out in the room.
Yeah, it's gotta be there, actually.
Sahar, make a con save. Sahar, you take 6 thunder damage. And Corin, it passes.
Yeah, disadvantage too.
Yeah, he rolled a natural 11 and 14, and he has a plus to his con.
Curse you, statue. Sorry, Sahar.
And red passes as well.
Sorry, guys.
End your turn.
Yeah, I'm ending my turn after passing inspiration over to, like, probably red.
Okay. Red feels inspired. Gregory?
Well, I'm gonna take out my shovel. And I'm going to attempt to strike it. 10.
You smack it with the shovel and it does nothing to it. It's not phased at all.
Then I'm going to Misty Step. To, like,
Yep, okay.
over here.
Alright.
Doing.
Sahar, even or odd?
Odd.
Alright, it will attempt to hit red. I rolled a fucking natural 6. God damn it. Mila, it's your turn.
Might I please retrieve the rapier from the sarcophagus, please?
Roll a strength check. You try to move it, but you cannot get it to budge.
Can I do an unconventional move and try to Eldritch Blast the lid off?
You have used your action. Unfortunately.
Okay, then I guess I'll head back out and...
Jeez, you okay?
What?
Huh?
We just heard a sound from you. No, don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm raiding my chocolate stash.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Bardic inspiration.
Oh, hold on, hold on. Thankfully, he is flanking. That is not encountered in this, so he hits.
Fair enough.
Again, as you see him hit this thing with his hammer, it just turns to dust.
Good job, Red.
You know, I think that's enough of that song. It's been going on long enough.
Yes, thank you.
Lord.
It was cool for like an entrance song.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm kind of glad I forgot.
Also, isn't this one in the top room here destroyed?
You each gain 160 XP for defeating these stone cursed.
We're at 1810.
I was really hoping one would fucking do it.
I
Damn it,
almost-
Gregory, for saving.
I will not apologize for not turning to stone.
You get better.
Yes, but what good's a mage that can't talk?
I'm gonna retrieve
That's the real problem.
I'm gonna search the sarcophagus that's destroyed back here first.
In the rubble, you find a large, kind of ornate, similar to the other one, silver-looking greatsword.
By the way, I hate to do this to you guys, but I need to make something for dinner before I head to bed.
We're actually going to be ending it in a little bit. How many? Can you go for like 5 more minutes?
Yeah, I can do 5 more minutes.
All right, so Corin, you retrieve that blade, and since you're out of combat now, use the time. Together, you get the rapier out of the one up here, and the one up here actually has... There's actually a hole in the sarcophagus you can just pull the staff out of.
I'm curious what's in that sarcophagus.
I thought I blew it off already.
Does anyone want to see what's inside that one?
You can check if you want.
I'm going to check it.
I'll help, Greg.
I'm gonna figure out which weapons belong to which statue.
It's pretty easy to do, Corin.
Okay.
Gregory, like the first one you found, this one kind of just had a very old skeleton in it, and that if you touch it, it just kind of... the part that you touched just kind of crumbles.
That's disappointing.
Alright, Sahar and Corin. Clunk, clunk, clunk.
I don't like that.
A door in the bottom left opens up, and that's where we would call it for the evening.
Oh,
Oh, boss room. Probably. Who knows? It's partially my fault.
damn you, Snub.
Eh? It's what I do.
So what'd you think of that bullshit?
Very bullshit, yes.
Oh my goodness, we probably could have gotten to do this if we hadn't been bullshit so much in town.
Oh, yeah. There was a full hour where me and Corin didn't get to play.
I'm sorry, guys. I was not planning for that. That shit just fucking happened. I had to make up something to give you on the top on the fly.
I'm not angry about it. I'm more laughing.
I am so sorry. I tried to say, like, hey, did someone see us come in here? Did they want to come in? Oh, I felt so bad.
You go into the booby-trapped death pit before getting your back up? Like, you literally set off a trap that that hurts you, and then your first thought is, let's not tell anyone what we're doing today.
Ben was a backup.
Yeah, real backup. Send a rat in.
He found you.
You guys knew this place was magical, and you didn't think to bring either of you guys.
Quiet. I was gonna risk someone coming back there, because also they say, oh look, it's been pick blocked and the trap's been activated. Let's get all the shit out or burn the place down. But like, no time to waste. Just go.
Like it. I'm assuming like DMs are typically pretty generous with the well, I don't really want the party to split this much thing.
A little bit.
I can't vouch for you though.
For some reason, I feel like Gregory might be rubbing off on Mila in her way she chooses her actions at times now. But
cool.
yeah.
I mean, at least we were still in the same village.
It's not like we said, hey, girls go after the brother, y'all go after the manor. See ya!
We didn't go after the manor. We were just sitting at the end. At least Gregor was.
That's what I'm saying. At least we didn't say, oh, hey, y'all have fun. We're gonna go way ahead beyond y'all.
I got to watch some baby chicks.
I mean, I found a short bow for that skeleton I'm probably never gonna get. You have no idea how excited I was. I'm like, a skeleton! Yay! It's dust. Oh.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We'll be back next week. The week after that, I'm not sure yet because we're moving soon. The closing is next Friday. and I don't know of how things are gonna work for a little while, so may have to take the 23rd off. Not sure yet. But as always, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everyone. Hope y'all enjoyed. Go fucking eat, Gregory.
Yay! It's food time!